Yeah. What's going on, man? It's your boy Hype Fan Eagle representing the Philadelphia Eagles by way of New Jersey. You already know, man. Shout out to my first time viewers. Shout out to my last time viewers. Shout out to the people that's viewing this video, whether religiously or in passing. You already know. Listen, I am on my way to work right now. Definitely on my way to work right now. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy Young Jersey. You know what I mean? I'm still under the weather, but I'm recovering a little bit better. I'm recovering a little bit better. I'm getting all of this phlegm up out of my chest. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I walk every day. I walk every day because I'm a mail carrier. So I'm getting everything. I'm getting everything up. I'm getting everything out of my chest. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel. You feel what I'm saying? All that good stuff, man. All that good stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all do all of that, man. Let's talk a little bit about, what happened the past couple days in Philadelphia Eagles news. So, Jalen Hurts, Nick Sirianni, Boston Scott, Kenneth Gainwell, they all had press conferences. Particularly Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni yesterday. They all had press conferences, over the past couple of days. And they all, they all said some good things. You know what I'm saying? They all said some good things. They all said things that we would like to hear, and they all talked about, development and everything like that. Y'all can go check out the press conference on YouTube. Go check out Jalen Hurts press conference, Nick Sirianni press, all of the coaches and players that I just named from the Philadelphia Eagles. Y'all can go check them out on YouTube. Um, Before I get started, though, one thing I want to say is to Chris Sims. I don't understand where I don't understand what's his gripe with Jalen Hurts is about. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know what is his gripe with Jalen Hurts. Like I just don't understand. Like he been saying some wild things about the Bull since last year. You know what I'm saying? And he still can't properly give him his credit. Still can't properly give him his credit. You know, I heard that Darius Slay had checked him and everything like that. I heard he had checked Chris Sims over some stuff they said about Jalen Hurts. I heard Chris Sims said something like, you know, Jalen Hurts is good, but something if he would have performed like that, if any other quarterback would have performed like that in the Super Bowl or whatever like that, then they would have been under scrutiny. You know, I just don't understand. So for all my Chris Sims haters out there, because I don't like him. I'm a hater. I'm a representative. I'm a representative. You know what I'm saying? This to Chris Sims. All right, let's move on. Nick Sirianni press conference, right? He mentioned a lot, but I'm gonna briefly talk about a little bit about what he mentioned. He talked about Quez Watkins. They asked him who surprised him the most, basically. I'm pretty much paraphrasing everything. Um, they asked him who surprised him the most during OTAs. He said Quez Watkins. He said Quez Watkins basically going there with a chip on his shoulder, like he got something to prove. And he wanted to just tell Quez Watkins, you only got to prove something to yourself at the end of the day. Everything I'm paraphrasing, but this basically what he alluded to or what he talked about. You know what I mean? So he was like, Quez Watkins, he basically see Quez Watkins developing. He basically see Quez Watkins, he got that hunger in him. He got that fire in him. You know what I'm saying? He got that fire in him. He coming out there every day showing up and showing out. So he talked about Quez Watkins in a very, very good way. Then they asked him about DeAndre Hopkins. He then went on to say, look, I like the wide receiver room that we got. Me personally, I don't think a DeAndre Hopkins will fit with what we got going on. It's just too much. It's too much. And it might be a personality clash to where though he might want to be the number one or the number two wide receiver. So where does that leave Smitty? Smitty ain't no number three. He ain't no number three. So I wouldn't even want us to entertain the fact that we should go out and get a DeAndre Hopkins. That should not be we should not entertain that at all. So Nick Sirianni spoke highly of Quez Watkins. Another thing that he mentioned that I think a lot of content creators and a lot of Philadelphia Eagles fans sleep on is the fact that he mentioned Trey Sermon. You know, honestly, he mentioned Trey Sermon before he said anything about Rashad Penny. He talked about DeAndre Swift. I believe he said something about Kenny Gainwell. He did not mention Rashad Penny. He mentioned Trey Sermon. He mentioned Trey Sermon before he said anything about a Rashad Penny, period. Pardon me if I'm slurring on my words. Like I said, I'm still, bear with me. But he mentioned just something about Trey Sermon. He didn't mention really anything about a Rashad Penny for real, you know? So that's my takeaways that I took from the Nick Sirianni press conference, Jalen Hurt's press conference. It was more of the same. A young man speaking wise beyond his years. You know what I'm saying? Talking about the development, talking about the growth, talking about, he's going to leave yesterday with yesterday. He's only he's only talking about the present. You know what I mean? And what he got to do in the present. He's not harping on the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? He's not harping on the what we've been through last year, the record, the wins. You know what I mean? He's not harping on that. He's talking about the present and what they got to do now to get back to where they need to be. Period. So I like that out of a young man. You know what I mean? Like I said, man, he's wise behind his years, man. That's a grown man right there. That is a grown man right there. A grown man. A grown man, man. Wise behind his years, man. Wise behind his years. So, go check that press conference out. You know what I mean? Boston Scott talked about, his role in the running back room. Talked about him being around, around different running backs. And now, when you look at it, Boston Scott is the veteran of the running back room. He's the veteran. They got to come to him and ask him questions now. He is the veteran. He the one who got to show the rest of the running backs around. Clap it up for Boston Scott. He the veteran. I can't clap it up because I got to keep my hand on the steering wheel. But he is the veteran, y'all. You know what I mean? And this young man said, the veteran said, listen, whatever my role is, I'm going to take pride in it. I'm trying to be versatile. So not only he's trying to, tote the rock, kick off, kick return. Like I feel like we're going to use Boston Scott in multiple ways. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I've been saying for the longest. He's going to tote the rock, kick off, kick return, punt return. You know what I'm saying? All of that. Shout out to Boston Scott, man. Kenny Gainwell sound way more confident than ever. He sounds so confident he want to take that RB1 spot. You know what I'm saying? You can just hear it. You can hear it. I'm hearing a lot of good things about Kenny Gainwell, especially coming out of OTAs. I'm not sure if OTAs ended, but I'm hearing a lot of good things out of Kenny Gainwell, honestly. I'm hearing a lot of good things, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad if he get that RB1 spot. It's going to be tough, though. What I'm not hearing too much about is Rashad Penny. I'm not saying that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm not saying he's not showing up at camp. OTAs or none of that. But I'm not hearing much about Rashad Penny as I'm hearing about a Kenny Gainwell, a DeAndre Swift, a little hint of a Trey Sermon. You know what I'm saying? I'm not hearing too much about a Rashad Penny. I'm hearing a lot about everybody else but a Rashad Penny. Like I said, that's not a good thing. That's not a bad thing. That's not a negative thing. It's only OTAs. Listen, you can tell the real story will come out when the pads come on. When the pads come on, helmet, shoulder pads, when they strap up, that's when the real stories come out. That's when real practice come out. That's when the real drills will come out. It's only OTA. So like I said, I'm not putting nothing to it. You feel what I'm saying? I'm definitely not putting nothing to it. But I'm not really hearing too much about Trey Sermon. I'm not hearing too much about Trey Sermon. You feel what I'm saying? But like I said, man, go check out all four of those guys' press conference. Also, Lane Johnson has a press conference too. You know, he talked about coming back off his surgery. You know how he feel about coming back from his surgery. Where is he at right now? You know what I'm saying? So go check out his press conference as well. You know, shout out to Lord Bronson. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. Very, very powerful content creator. Him and Philly Mike Sports got a video out with Milton Williams. Go check that out. Very, very, very good interview. Very good interview with Milton Williams. You know, go check that out. It's Lord Bronson and Philly Mike Sports or Philly Sports Mike. Whatever name he is. I can't really remember right now. Only thing I know is Lord Bronson because you know he influenced me to actually become a content creator. So go check that video out. You know what I mean? It's an interview with Milton Williams. Go check that out, man. But yeah, man, that's all I got right now for the day, man. You already know, man. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and comment down below. It is very important because a lot of my content won't be going up on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Some will strictly just be going up on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, man, I appreciate all my viewers, man. Every day I appreciate y'all, man. It's your boy Hype Fan Eagle representing the Philadelphia Eagles by way of New Jersey. You already know.